Hey guys, happy Monday. I cannot believe we have made it this far. We are crushing it, staying moving through quarantine. And in the circumstances of the living room, I think it'd be awesome if we could get outdoors a little bit more. But as we've seen, Wisconsin has the most bipolar weather that exists. So we'll get outdoors on those days that it's nice, and we'll keep moving in our living rooms or basements or garages until then. We've been through 8 weeks. It looks like this is video number 40. So again, you guys are doing awesome. We really appreciate all the input and just you guys showing up and continuing to work hard during this time. So kudos to you. Just want to remind you that you're rocking it. For today, we're going to get moving, get the body warmed up. Then we're going to hit a fun pre-WOD and WOD. Mondays, we're focusing on that lower half, so that pre-WOD will target the legs. And then we'll get after a fun 15-minute AMRAP. For our question today, favorite form of travel? I don't know, this seems to be like my question is like, where would you go? Where's the last place you went? How do you like to travel? I think that that's definitely on my mind. I'm a traveler, so it's interesting to not go about quite as much. And I'm gonna make it to a cabin, so some fun things we can do still. What is your favorite form of travel? I know we've got some members that are gonna be driving far distances. I don't know if that's their favorite form of travel, but that's what they're gonna do. For myself, it's actually really hard to pick. I've never been on a boat ride for like a long one. I kind of do like flying, weirdly enough. I like airports and meeting strangers while like waiting for a flight. I don't know, most people probably don't talk to people, but I go sit at a bar somewhere, have a little snack or something before I fly and meet people. So I guess I look forward to airports again at some point. Let us know what your favorite form of travel is below. I'll be honest, I don't love being, that's not true. I almost said I don't love being the driver, but I actually like that over being like in the backseat. So who knows? Share your favorite with us though. I'm all over the board today. For our warm-up, you can check out in the comments or in the info section, we've got an 8-minute AMRAP, we've got 5 burpees, 10 alternating lunges, 10 alternating Spidermans, bottom half burpees, getting those hips warmed up, right leg lifts and left leg lifts, again, getting those hips warmed up, and then push up to down dog. So I'll just show you all those movements and then we'll talk about the pre-WOD. So we know what the burpee is, getting in 5 of those to get warmed up. You're gonna move through this stuff as many rounds as possible in that 8 minutes. Get the heart rate up here with our burpee, just laying down. Gotta catch the lamb, hopping back up. Getting through 5 there. After your 5 burpees, you're gonna go 10 alternating forward lunges, making those nice 90-degree angles. Pushing out of that front foot. And we're gonna go 10 alternating Spidermans. So we're in our plank position, heel down, you can twist up. You wanna make sure that that front foot is flat on the ground. You're twisting the ceiling. Get through 10 of those. And then we're gonna go into that bottom half burpee. So you're basically plank to the bottom of an air squat. The goal is to land with those hips as low as we can. The feet flat on the ground is really the focus. So your hips have to be higher for your feet to be flat on the ground. We'd rather that than be up on your toes. After 5 of those, you're gonna come down into a table position. Bring your leg straight out to the side and lift for 10. Should feel a good burn there in your hip. Other side, tapping that toe down, lifting that hip for 10. And then we'll go push up, pressing back to down dog. Or 5. And we'll be right back into those burpees. Getting through that, again, 8 minutes, get those hips warmed up, touch on the shoulders just a little bit for our workout. But then we've got our pre-WOD. So for our PreWOD today, you've got 1 minute of rest after 3 minutes of work. You do want to use a weight that you have only with the focus being technique first, and then you can add weight. So if you want to just give a try with body weight the first round, you've got 4 total rounds to figure out if you should add a little weight. You can add weight each round, or you can stay body weight the whole time. For our first movement, we have that Bulgarian split squat. So you're gonna find something that you can put your foot on, like your couch. And then I'll show the scaled option being the split lunge itself. Actually, we're gonna start with the split lunge because that's a good way for you guys to test out the movement and understand what we're activating. So if we're doing a right leg split lunge, your right leg is gonna be forward, back leg just behind you, and you're thinking about dropping those hips directly down and then right back up. So those hips are moving vertically, right? We're not going forward and backwards. We're going straight down, straight back up, never stopping at the bottom or the top. Notice that I'm not resting at the ground. At the top, I'm not like standing all the way up and rocking back. Just keeping those hips almost like they were on a pole going up and down. So that's that split lunge. You can choose to do that if you have nothing to put your foot up on. With the other leg could look the same, right? You can have that good position. Lower, straight down, straight back up. That front leg never really straightening out. So that's the split lunge option. If you have something that you can put your foot up on, you can then do what's called the Bulgarian split squat. In the case that you're doing the exact same thing, right leg forward, back leg back, hips are still going straight up and straight down. Watch my hips, don't focus on my knees. That hip is going straight up and straight down. And I'm keeping a good solid base as I drive through my front foot, never coming to hyperextension or straight leg. You want to keep a soft bend, lower those hips down, driving back up. You got it? Then you switch legs for that second minute, lower straight down, straight back up. So that is the Bulgarian split squat. Bulgarian split squat means the foot's up. Split lunge means that you're doing it without the foot up. Both of those are great options. You're staying on one leg the whole minute. So 1 minute on the right, 1 minute on the left, and then you go right into 1 minute of dumbbell front squats. So for those front squats, we can go without weight as well in the beginning. Make sure we're in our good squat position. Feet outside of shoulder distance, or just at shoulder distance, sending those hips back like you're sitting into a chair. Hands can come out in front of you to help balance. And then if you're comfortable, you can add weight to that. For that 1 minute. You're then gonna rest 1 whole minute and go right back into that right-sided split squat. So with weight, what that will look like, you have a couple options on where you hold that weight. You can get that foot up on the back, hold that weight in the side, and lower and stand. You can also hold it in that goblet position. Or if you really feel like it, you can relax it on the back. Obviously with a kettlebell, not quite as easy to relax your kettlebell on your back. But you'll get through 4 rounds of those. Goal definitely is to have some fatigued legs, but really working through quality movement. After that, we get after our WOD today. So we've got hard hitter as our focus for our workout today. Really quick going back. If those split lunges are too challenging as well, if that's really challenging in stability and strength, for those of you that struggle with that, we're just gonna go right leg, 1 minute, stepping forward and pressing back. And I'll go 1 minute, same thing on the opposite leg. So just wanted to mention that for those of you that struggle with that stability, we can just do stepping forward for 1 minute right, 1 minute left, rather than the split lunge or the Bulgarian. So for today, hard hitter is our WOD. We've got a 15-minute AMRAP, but your AMRAP, so your as many rounds as possible, doesn't start until you get in 50 air squats. So clock starts, hit 50 air squats to start yourself off, and then you're going through as many rounds as possible of 10 single arm overhead alternating lunges. The thing that's alternating is your legs. If you want to keep that weight in the same arm the whole time, not a problem. And then you're going to go into 20 kettlebell swings or dumbbell hang snatches if you don't have, we can do dumbbell swings, but then if you need to, you can do dumbbell snatches as well. So you're going through as many rounds of that after your air squat buy-in, but every 3 minutes the clock beeps and you've got 15 burpees. So you're being broken up every 3 minutes, getting in 15 burpees and going right back to where you left off in your AMRAP. So just to not confuse yourself, once you've hit those 50 air squats, you're only doing the other part of the workout. You never do air squats again. You just get through those 50. All right? So breaking down those movements, we've got those air squats to get started. We just did the goblet squats, so they should feel nice and warm. Right? Hitting that full depth. Nice and controlled. Make sure those knees are driving out the whole time. Sometimes when you do things for speed, we start getting wobbly with the knees. Take your time to get that full air squat. After 50 of those, we've got overhead alternating lunges. For those lunges, I would like it to be a forward lunge, press back. But that scaled option can be to just step straight back if that's easier for you. And the other scaling option would be to hold that weight at the shoulder instead of overhead, or go no weight at all. So overhead position, we're nice and high with that dumbbell, stepping forward, driving that dumbbell to the ceiling as you push through the floor to return to stand. You can also, again, front rack that for the 10 alternating if that overhead is too challenging, or simply go without weight for those 10 lunges. The other movement we have is our kettlebell swing. Option to go up overhead that kettlebell today is the RX version. You can definitely scale that to eye height as we get warmed up. First thing we're going to do is just working on that hand, thinking about knocking something behind you, return to stand. Just do 5 of those. And we'll keep that kettlebell or dumbbell right between the feet. You're going to reach down, grab it, go ahead and get in 5 deadlifts. Again, those hips knock something over off the counter, or butt bump the wall behind you, sending that kettlebell directly between the feet. If you have a dumbbell, same thing, but it's standing nice and tall. Sending between those legs, directly between the feet. 5 of those just to get warmed up. Then we'll go 5 eye height next. So starting with that dumbbell or kettlebell at the hip, you're gonna hinge, send those, that butt back, then squeeze to drive up, and come to eye height. After 5 of those, if you have a kettlebell, again, the same thing, deadlift it up. Keep it nice and close to the body. Chest stays up the whole time. Getting through those 5. After that, we'll add in the overhead if you want to go all the way up overhead with the dumbbell or kettlebell. So stand it up. 20 kettlebell swings. As we're warming up, just get in 5. Make sure that feels good for you. You can again do that with the dumbbell. Hands can be on the middle. Hips go back. Drive it all the way up overhead. Or if that's too much or too awkward for you, you can also do alternating dumbbell hang snatches. So you'd be here, 2-inch dip, drive it up overhead. And if it's too challenging, we'll wait. You can come from the ground for those 20 reps. So all those options are written out for you as well. Every 3 minutes, the clock beeps and you've got 15 burpees. So let's say 15 burpees takes you 90 seconds, or let's say 15 burpees takes you a minute. You've got 1 minute of burpees, 2 minutes of the AMRAP, and then the clock's beeping again, right? Because every 3 minutes your clock beeps. So lots of fun today. You're only keeping track of the rounds and reps between your 10 kettlebell swing, or sorry, your 10 lunges and your 20 kettlebell swings. The 15 burpees don't count towards your AMRAP, and your air squats don't count. Those are just buy-ins and distractions. So have lots of fun with your hard hitter, and let us know how it goes. Oh, last thing, we've got some stretches to cool you out, especially this week. That's our focus for our challenge. So I'm just going to show those if you want to stay tuned. Otherwise, you can pick yourself up here. So seated forward fold, just as it sounds. You're on your butt, feet together, forward fold. I like to grab my shins and then pull myself. You can do it however you like. Then we're going to go into our right-sided Spiderman, or known as lizard. Your foot's flat on the ground, driving that hip out. Back leg can be down or up, and then as you're comfortable, you can get those elbows to the ground, or you can have your hands here, however you want to do it. You got 1 minute there. Then we'll switch sides, go 1 minute on the other side. The main reason I'm showing these is going to be for the next one. We've got frog position. So frog, kind of an awkward sounding one, kind of awkward looking too. You're making 90-degree angles with your feet, lowering yourself down, trying to get your pelvis to the ground. Looks like a frog, or like how dogs like to hang out. So hips should be making 90-degree angles. So 90 degrees coming here, 90 degrees there, and then even your feet should be doing that as you press into the ground, opening up those hips, relaxing into that stretch. Some people can like lay down while they do this. They do not have the most mobile hips. And then you'll go ahead and finish up by bringing those feet together, knees together a little bit. So that's your 5 minutes of stretching after your workout, if you have the time. Have fun.